Hello everybody, welcome back to my Monday night stream for Extra Life LA. My name is Steve, some people call me Sven. This is an Extra Life stream. If you don't know what Extra Life is, we are a gaming charity. We raise money for children's hospitals all across the US and Canada. If you're interested in some more information, there are links on both the Sven Krusel channel page and the Extra Life LA channel profile pages. There's links to more information, or if you want to make a donation, you can find links for that there also. It's basically just a really fun way to help out your community and raise money for your local hospital. What I'm doing to sort of help raise awareness is I'm sort of documenting my attempts at the A to Z challenge in Dota 2, which is sort of a rite of passage. The way it works, you try to win a match of Dota with each of the 110 heroes that are available to play in alphabetical order. See, that's why all these recent games are from O to P. I've made it up to Pudge because I just won a game with Puck. We just watched that one. Pretty standard game, kind of low skill game, because I'm not the most skilled player. Let's go ahead and jump into this replay. Okay, so Pudge is kind of an interesting hero. He's one of the most popular, if not the most popular hero in Dota 2. I'm not sure why. He's not one of my favorites, that's for sure. He's got a meat hook ability. That's what his first skill is called. It's called meat hook. He throws out a hook, grabs people with it, and pulls them back towards him. That's his bread and butter skill. It's where most of his damage comes from. It's pure damage, which is kind of fairly rare in Dota 2, which means that it's not blocked by armor or spell immunities, spell blocking, spell armor, I guess. And the reason that that's kind of interesting is all heroes have a base sort of 25% magical resistance, and this goes through that because it's pure damage, which is basically all it means. So when you say that something is say 90 damage, like level 1 hook is, it's actually 25% of 90 is what people take if it's a magical spell. But like I said, meat hook is pure damage, so it does 90. It always will do 90 damage to someone. Or if I've got 2 skill points in it, it'll do 180. It's actually it actually scales really well. Well, the first point scales really well. After that, yeah, it's not doubling anymore, but it's still a fair amount of damage that it scales at. So that's his first skill. His second skill is Rot. Basically, anything standing next to him will take some damage. But also he takes damage at the same time. It also will slow anybody that gets caught in it. Not really the most useless spell. His third skill, Flesh Heap, is kind of interesting. Anytime that a hero dies around Pudge, he gets a stack of this skill, which gives him a strength bonus and magical resistance. So it's kind of interesting. Yeah, see, my first hook of the game is a total miss, and now I have no mana at all. So that's the thing. That's the thing about meat hook that makes it it makes it a really hard skill to land. Let's just say that, which is that. Well, no, that's not true. It doesn't make it hard to land. It makes him a difficult hero to play as, because you throw out one hook, and that's half my mana, and now I have to sit here and wait for it to tick back up or run back to base. And that's kind of the trick. The trick to Pudge is just landing hooks. Like if you miss if you miss a lot of hooks with Pudge, you have a problem. I'm not sure what all those pings are all about. Um, yep. Anyway, so I get distracted sometimes, and I just stop talking. Sorry about that. All right, so I'm landing with a Shadow Demon here. He's actually he's a fairly strong hero. He's a good support. I'm not sure why he's not picked as much as he used to. Yeah, I mean, yeah, he's not super popular, and I can't really figure out why. He's super useful as a support. He's got his first spell here, Disruption. Basically, will seal somebody in a little ball, friend or foe, like ally or enemy. All right, so there I land my second hook, but we don't capitalize on it. So that was just not the best. I think I forgot to turn my rot on there, so he wasn't slowed at all, so we couldn't chase him very well. So that's my bad. This is my like second game as a Pudge ever, so you're gonna see a lot of mistakes, and I'm gonna be calling them out a lot. That was a fairly good ward spot. Oh yeah, Shadow Demon. So his first spell here, Disruption, it seals somebody in a little sphere, and they can't move for a few seconds. And then when it's turned off, or when the duration runs out, if it's an enemy, it spawns 2 illusions of them that start attacking it. So it gives you a little bit of damage against enemy heroes, and if you use it on an ally, obviously it doesn't spawn those illusions. So you can sort of use it to save people from taking a lot of damage, so that the rest of your team can sort of rotate in and help out. His third skill here, Shadow Poison. You've seen him throwing it out a bunch there. It makes enemies take. That's a really long spell description. Basically, you throw it at enemies and they get a stack of poison and they take a little bit of damage. And then you can sort of turn it on, and when you turn it on, they take even more damage. And you can stack it up to 5 times. So it's kind of interesting. It's useful for wave clearing. Like you can sort of stand back behind the creep wave and throw out a bunch, and then pop it, and then you get a bunch of last hits all at once. Also, it sort of makes enemy heroes think twice about sticking around and fighting, because if you keep landing stacks of poison on them, they have a bit of a problem. Okay, Soul Catcher, it's basically a debuff. It makes enemies take more damage. Sorry, I keep getting distracted by stuff that's happening in the game here. Alright, so Demonic Purge. What does this skill even do anymore? I can never remember. Oh! Alright, so I got Troll Warlord with the hook there. I don't know, I kind of thought that the Shadow Demon was going to help me out. I also misclicked everything. I misclick a lot this game. You're gonna see a lot of mistakes, guys. Anyway, Demonic Purge, it does damage to anybody that it hits. It's caught in its AoE, and it also just purges off all of their buffs, so that if they've got if they've got an armor bonus from Mechanism, or they've got an aura from one of their allies, it'll purge all that stuff off of them, so that they're all back to their sort of regular stasis. It's really useful for like initiating a team fight. Like, it won't stun anybody, but they'll take a bunch of damage, and then actually no, you wouldn't want to use it at the start of the fight. You want to use it sort of midway through a team fight, after Mechanism gets cast, and a few sort of other spells are cast on heroes, or BKBs and stuff like that, and you want to purge them all off so that your team can just keep doing damage throughout the fight. Oh, I didn't talk about Dismember. Basically, it's a disable. It's a channel disable, so that you have to be standing right next to Pudge for them to turn it on, and then you can't run away. Is basically how it works. So that's my lane. Got an Abaddon and Broodmother bottom lane. It's sort of interesting here. They're kind of push orientated. We've got a Lena Brewmaster up against this lane. You see the Battle of the Sentry Wards coming out. So they just basically trade Sentry Wards there. Oh, another... Is this within tower range? No. Alright, yeah, so they're just... Yep, they're gonna trade him again. Oh! Will they get him? Maybe, maybe, maybe. Oh! Oh! Yes! Alright. Oh, I'm trying to think if there's any way that the Brewmaster could have lived through that. I don't think so. He just got caught out of position. Yeah, so what's going on with all these Sentry Wards is that the Broodmother here is invisible when she's standing in her web, and so are her little spiderlings. So if you put down a Sentry Ward, you can see where she is. But these guys know that in the bottom lane here, so they're putting down their own sentries, just sort of to counter the counter, which is actually a really good play. That's good play by them. Abaddon's kind of an interesting hero. He's got his Mist Coil, which can either it heals allies and does damage to enemies. He's got his Aphotic Shield. He can cast that on allies, you know, creeps or heroes. And once they take the threshold damage of it, it pops and it does damage to anybody standing around. Right now it does 140. It maxes out at 200 damage. Oh, no, it absorbs 140 damage. Not sure how much damage it does when it pops. Okay, that's decent stuff. Mid lane we've got an Invoker, another high skill cap hero. So we've got a bunch of we have a bunch of high skill cap heroes in the game here. Because the way Invoker works is he has these three sort of orbs. You can see him sort of floating around here, and this is their icon on the HUD. And depending on which of these he has turned on, he casts his Invoke spell, and that gives him another spell to cast depending on which of these orbs is turned on. So right now he's got Chaos Meteor and Cold Snap turned on. But you know, depending on the combination, he can have whatever he wants among the spells that he has available. There used to be a little cheat sheet. To click on that, yeah, there we go. So see here, these are all the spells that he can turn on. He can only have 2 at a time, so he's kind of like an old D&D wizard or magic user, where he can only have so many spells that he can cast right this second, but he's got like a book of spells that he can draw from to pick what he wants to be able to cast. So he's got Cold Snap, Chaos Meteor, Ice Wall. He's got all of these spells, and they all do different things. We'll see. I'll call him out when I see him. Right now he's just sort of farming mid against the sniper. Let's take a look at the last hits and denies, see how everybody's doing. All right, so well, the enemy team is definitely farming better when it comes to last hits, but we do have 6 kills on them, so that's always nice. Looks like Shadow Demon picked up an Invis rune. Looks like we sort of abandoned top. Where am I at during all this? I am back in base, probably buying something, or not realizing that I'm alive. Okay, so I just TP back to the top lane. That's just going to be more farming. Nobody wants to see that. Troll Warlord picking up a rune. So like I was saying, there's 3 people on the Dire team. Oh! Yeah, let's take a look at that kill. We'll sort of see. Yeah. Alright, one more take back. Okay, so I'm just sort of walking up here, and I see him standing alone by himself there, and I just sort of turn on Rot, and see I was standing right next to the tower, which helped me quite a bit. So that was, that's fairly good positioning on my part. You want to be You want to use your hook to catch people, you know, near your tower or away from enemy or away from the rest of their team. You want to pull them to a spot where the rest of their team would have trouble getting to. I've sort of managed to do that a few times this game. Let's take a look at kills, deaths, assists. Alright, so I'm doing pretty good at 3-0-0. That's not bad. Abaddon's right behind me with 2-0-1. So it looks like everybody but Shadow Demon on our team has a kill. And weirdly, nobody on the enemy team has scored a kill. Oh, there must be tower kill. Somebody got killed by the Dire Towers at some point this game. Oh, yeah. So another decent hook. So I'm on a bit of a hot streak now. Last hit's nice, but they are farming way more than we are. So let me see if we take a look at the net worth graph. Well, no, Radiant is way ahead. So that's just all those kills. That's what's doing that. That's why we're ahead by so much there. Let's take a look at experience. Same story. So yeah, even though they're farming way better, like way better, the sniper has 40 last hits. I mean, that's double what I have, and I have the most on the Radiant team. That's 9 kills, showing its sort of worth, showing its work, I guess. Later in the game, though, you might start to see that become a bit of a problem, because yeah, it's sort of all this wealth is concentrated just on these two heroes here, which in the late game causes a bit of a problem for us. So you see Cold Snap coming out there. That's excuse me. That's a kind of missed it there, and he rushed Force Staff. Not sure what this reasoning is behind this build, but yeah, that's not necessarily the best. See, I was going kind of a weird supporty Pudge build. I got Urn of Shadows and a Ring of Basilius to sort of help me get a little bit of mana. I'm not sure. This is probably all wrong. Well, the Urn is probably good. Okay, so they got to kill off the Invoker there. Oh, and they finally managed to kill the Brood bottom lane. Okay, yeah, so they probably... Oh yeah, they're just grouped up. There's 3 there. Oh, they took a tower already. Oh, they're pushing really hard bottom. Starting to wonder if maybe I should have rotated around the map a little bit more. Because I did stay top lane for quite a while. Maybe it would have been better if I'd rotated mid to help out with this sniper, who's becoming a bit of a beast. Alright, so yeah, I hooked the sniper, and I think I let him get away here. Yep. So that's me missing my combo again. The way it's supposed to work is I'm supposed to hook him, and I'm supposed to turn on Dismember, click it on him, and then turn on Rot. Or I'm supposed to hook him and turn on Rot and then hit Dismember. Basically the idea is you hook them to you, you trap them with Dismember so that they can't run away, and you turn on Rot so they're taking damage while you're sort of hitting them. And I never really got the hang of getting that combo off regularly. You'll see me use my hook kind of effectively as a nuke, like just to do damage to somebody, but you're also going to see me miss with it a lot and hit creeps, and you're going to see me miss my Dismember combo, and bad stuff like this is going to happen where the Abaddon gets caught out. Yeah, that sniper should be dead. There's just no other way to say it, is I just totally messed that up. Echo Slam on 3. Okay, I go on an illusion, but we still get the Earthshaker there. Sniper turns around and hits the Shadow Demon, so it's a 2-for-2 trade mid lane. Where am I going? What am I doing? What's wrong with my life? I'm not sure what's going on. Also, just look down, and I'm not sure that I was hitting the right hotkey for the mic this whole time. Hopefully I haven't been talking to myself for the last 15 minutes. Hopefully. Who have we not talked about? We haven't talked about Broodmother much. She is she's an interesting sort of take on an invis. Actually, she's kind of a combo between an invis hero and a illusion hero. She spawns these little spiders, and like I said, she can move around invisibly as long as she's on her web. So, like, she sort of combines some of the aspects of an invis and an illusion hero, but she has some weaknesses that those kind of heroes tend to not have. Like, unlike a Ricky or a bounty hunter, she's only invisible when she's on the webs, so that makes her a little bit weaker than those heroes. And unlike, say, a Chaos Knight or a Phantom Lancer, those are illusion heroes. Like the creeps that she spawns, they give the enemy team gold when they're killed, so she has to be more careful with them than a regular illusion hero does. So she has those sort of drawbacks, but she can be really strong. Her insatiable hunger skill gives her a ton of lifesteal. You can see there it's 100% lifesteal when she maxes it out, so she can really fight people. Oh, missing more kills up top. Here, let's back that one up. Yeah, one more time. One more time. Let's see the whole thing. Okay, so I saw Lena there. Managed to hook her. Alright, and I got my full combo off. Okay. So the mistake she sort of made there was, instead of running this way, she sort of turned around and ran this way. It's one of the things in Dota that makes it a little bit different from other games like this. There's a turn rate stat on all these heroes, and it's different for every hero. Like, they all turn at different speeds. So when you click to walk somewhere, if it's not the direction that you're facing, it takes you a couple milliseconds for your hero to turn and then start walking. So, like, if she had clicked in the direction that she was facing, she would have completely dodged my dismember, and I would have not gotten that kill, maybe. But instead, she sort of turned around and got caught in it, and then she threw her stun, and it wasn't enough for her to get away. It's a slight misplay there. Invoker just got killed in base. Not sure how that happened. Probably an assassinate here. Let's back it up. Yeah, that was assassinate. He probably, yeah. I think I know what happened here. Although I did get... So that's me just using the hook like a nuke. Just seeing somebody who's low. Yeah, so I'm not messing up too badly at this point. I've got 7 kills, 0 deaths and 2 assists, so I'm doing okay. I'm at the top of the KDA chart. But here, let's take a look at... not hero level. Let's take a look at net worth. I'm still behind the sniper. Just because of all these last hits that he's getting. Let's take a look at his last hits. 59 last hits. So he's got more than double my last hits, and that's why he's got so much gold. That's why his items are better. That's why he's actually ahead of me, even though his team is way behind. So let's take a look at that graph now. So you can see it spiked, and then it started to even off after they took towers and got kills. So you see they took the bottom tower here, and they've got 6 kills. So it's starting to get a little bit of closer of a game. Yeah. Also, this guy playing sniper, he knows how to build his hero. He's got really good items already. I just kind of walked in on the Brewmaster there, caught him out. That was a fair play on my part. Oh, I should have gone on that sniper. I don't think we had vision, though. Oh no, we had vision of him. I could see him the whole time. And Alright, well yeah, that's just me turning on Rot and walking in. Oh man. Stupid Earthshaker got to ruin everything. We haven't talked about Earthshaker at all this game. He's an interesting hero. He's pretty popular just because his stun has such long range. His fissure ability, you saw it there. You saw how far away he was from us, and he still managed to catch 3 of us with that stun. Also, it modifies the terrain, so it creates an impassable wall that you can't walk straight through. So if you position it just right, it can not only stun people, but split up an enemy team so that your team can fight 1 or 2 of them while the rest of the team has to walk around. It becomes a little bit less useful later in the game when people have stuff like blink daggers and force staffs and can just sort of cross it that way. Oh, he gets 3 there with that fissure. That's a pretty good one. Brewmaster Split. Haven't seen this ability yet. That's the ultimate ability of Brewmaster. He channels himself into these 3 elemental pandas or sort of elemental spirits things. That's a 1-for-nothing trade there. They have done a lot of damage though, so it looks like we're gonna back off and fight by the tower. Where am I at? I'm down on the bottom lane farming. Okay, that's the wrong place for me to be. I should be here. So that's a sort of decision-making mistake on my part. I still haven't died yet. At some point, you're going to see me die, because I did not go 0 deaths this game. I can tell you that much. Okay. Hello, chat. Finally remembered to check chat. So what's Brewmaster working with here? Okay, he's got... That's an okay thing to... It's an okay item build, I guess. I mean, I would like to see a wand here before you rush into Vladimir's offering. Or... maybe a drum or an urn, something that would let you heal up. Or maybe a strength item that would sort of buff up your main stat here so that you do a little bit more damage. Although it does give you +3 to all attributes and lifesteal and some other interesting stuff, but it's not... Oh, see, we just sort of run into each other here. There we go, I dismember him, and then he keeps running. Yep. And then his whole team shows up. Did I even get this guy? No. I was just taking too much damage there. Although Broodmother shows up... Oh, wow. So they finally got the brood. Or no. The brood killed the brew? Yes, that's what happened there. The brood mother killed the brew master. Okay. God, that was hard to say correctly. You guys have no idea. There's the Shadow Demon. Geez, Shadow Demon's really farmed too. Looks like he's building a Bloodstone. What do these guys got? Yep, he's still rolling with really good items. I guess I can talk about Sniper a little bit. I haven't talked about him yet. What's interesting about Sniper is that he has abilities that actually give him range over the course of a match. So he starts off standing like about here to hit the creep wave, and then this part of the game he's standing way back here to hit the creep wave. He's actually at nighttime he can hit people from beyond the range of his own vision, which, I mean, he can't actually click on them, but if they're like standing over here and he's got a ward, he can hit him from way back here. So he's actually really annoying to play against sometimes. He's fun to play because if you get an early lead with him, he's actually kind of easy. You can just sort of stand back and plink people from super long range, and you get these little micro stuns on them, so that even if they're trying to run away, you just wait to hit them with a little stun, and then you move up closer to them so they can't get out of your range. And then as long as you can see them, basically, you can cast Assassinate on them, which is his super long range single target nuke. It takes him a second to set it up, but you can't really interrupt it unless you have a stun. And he's annoying. He's annoying to play against because unless you have a blink or something and you catch him by surprise, you can't really close with him. Oh gosh, so Laguna Blade comes out from Molina there. Oh, I did die. When did I die? Ah, well, it doesn't matter. Here, actually, let's take a look at the net worth graph. Alright, yeah, so I think, yeah, this right here is probably where I died, because I probably fed them a ton of gold, because I was up 8 kills at the time they killed me, so the sort of comeback mechanic came into play. If you don't know what that is, in Dota, if you're way behind, you start to give up. Well, there's two things that happen. The first thing that happens is if you kill an enemy hero who's got a huge lead on you, you will get more gold for doing that. The other thing is you start to give up less gold to the enemy team when you die. So it sort of attacks the problem of being way behind from both ends. When I finally picked up a Vladimir's Offering, so I'm a bit behind. If you take a look at my items here, I'm sort of building this weird kind of supporty Pudge build. Like, he's supposed to be... You usually build Pudge as a mid-hero, so you get a lot of strength items and you get a lot of sort of selfish non-utility items, which just beef up your own damage and health. But I've built... let's see, I built a Force Staff, which mostly just gives me intelligence and some HP regen, which is good. I need that because I use my HP whenever I turn on Rot. I got a Vladimir's Offering, which gives me some lifesteal, and it gives health regen aura to my teammates, and it gives an armor aura to my teammates. I hooked another creep. Well done. Complete whiff on the hook there, and I go on the wrong hero. I walked right past the sniper, who ends up killing me, to go on the much less dangerous Troll Warlord. So big decision-making error there. Yeah, Troll Warlord. Yeah, he only had a Helm of the Dominator and some boots and a Chrysalis. And if you look over here, this guy has his Shadow Blade already and a Mask of Madness, so he was way ahead. He was the one to go on, not the troll. That was a mistake. Oh gosh. Oh, looks like Invoker's gonna have some problems here in the mid lane. Oh, nope. Oh yeah, I never talked about Lina the last time. She is a nuker pusher mid sort of. Can be played as a mid, can be played as a support type spellcaster hero. The way she sort of works out is, if you play her as a support, you just buy lots of wards and stuff, and you sort of rely on the damage from your spells, and then you fall off in the late game. When you build her as a carry, what you do is you get stuff like this Yule Scepter, which buffs up your right-click damage down here. You see she's got plus 23 intelligence. So that's why her attack stat is at 107 plus 27, is because she's got... Mostly that's coming from this item right here. And what that sort of lets her do is it lets her disable somebody by throwing them up into the air, which makes it easier for her to land her stun, this Light Strike Array. Which is sort of tricky because it's a delayed area of effect stun. Oh. Fighting's happening. Yeah, so there it is right there. That's a Yule Scepter. Oh no, that's not Yule Scepter. There's so many tornadoes in this game, it's hard to keep track. Because there's... Oh, well, as we see me getting killed in the mid lane, just sort of rushing in and being overconfident and not respecting the enemy team just because we're 10 kills ahead and just getting wrecked. But anyway, like I was saying, there's a lot of tornadoes in this game. There's a Yule Scepter on the Lena here, so that's one thing that throws people up into the air with a tornado. This guy, Brewmaster, when he does his ultimate and he splits, the blue version of himself, has a tornado that throws people up into the air. It lasts a lot longer than Lena's. And Invoker here, Invoker has the very cleverly named Tornado, which also throws people up into the air and then sort of slams them back in the ground. The main thing that differentiates them all is Tornado will lift multiple people. So there's that. It doesn't last very long, so Tornado isn't an actual disable, and it does damage. Whereas the other two are basically the same spell, just the one from Brewmaster lasts a lot longer. So it's a much it's more of a permanent disable. It's more useful for running away than for setting up on people, because it just lasts so long. It just makes it easy to run. Okay, that fight interrupted me when I was talking about Lena. So yeah, like, the reason she can work as both a support and a carry is that in the early and mid game her spells do tons of damage, but then in the late game you get points into this Fiery Soul ability, which every time you cast a spell, this thing will sort of turn on, and it gives you, it gives you a movement and attack speed bonus, so it makes you attack and move really fast. And then if you just have a few items that give you bonus damage, like a Yule Scepter, you will be able to just right-click people and buildings down super fast in the late game. Oh gosh. So yeah, Broodmother just gets wrecked there mid lane. I'm still tanky, but they just sort of run away from me because I can't land a hook to save my life. And this is where I forget that I have a Force Staff. Oh, and I hook one of my own creeps. Pro plays. Pro plays. That's why you guys watch this, right? It's for the pro plays. You can totally watch me miss every single hook in this game. Although I am 10, 3, and 4. So it's not my worst showing ever, and I did manage to hook that guy just so that he could ulti me. Oh, and I get hit by a Light Strike Array, and boom, dead. So, that death was more of a mechanical mistake. Like, I sort of messed up my combo, and that's why I ended up getting killed, because I ended up standing in the same spot for too long. And then the enemy team just sort of rotated in and killed me. You could kind of make the case that it was a decision-making error, because I could have, I should have just backed off, or sort of stood over here before I threw the hook, so that I'd be a little bit farther away from the enemy team. But mostly that was just me standing in the same spot because I was whiffing my combo forever. What does Abaddon have here? Huh. Well, he's got a Daedalus, which, I mean, he's got it fairly quickly. I'm not sure if that's the best item. I mean, it has doubled his damage basically, but he's not very tanky, and he doesn't have a lot of mana to cast all of his spells. I don't know. I would have liked to see a strength item. It's been a long time since I played in a Abaddon game. I mean, it's an A to Z challenge, and I'm all the way up to the P's, and it's taken me forever to get this far, so I can't really criticize this guy's build very fairly. But I don't know. Maybe build a couple of small items instead of rushing towards one big one, is what I would say. Like, he could have a Blink Dagger and a Chrysalis, or he could have a Force Staff, which would give him some more mana and intelligence, so he'd have a bigger mana pool to keep casting all of his spells with, because his spells are good spells. You wanna... Oh god, Invoker's gonna get it here. Unless we killed the sniper. Oh, we killed the sniper. Oh, well. Yeah, let's see what happened with that. Or not. I guess it's not backing up right now. Alright, weird. Oh, another missed hook. If I had the time, I would put up a counter for every time I miss my hook. Oh, and now we just get 3 of us get hit by the fissure, and we're all just gonna get nuked down and killed. Yep. 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 Those stuns. Fissure onto 2. Oh, one of us got away. Yeah, I don't really know what to say about that double kill for those guys there. That was just well played by them. They set us up. We didn't realize that the Earthshaker was standing over here where we couldn't see him, and he just fissured in and caught all 3 of us, and then the rest of the team just sort of capitalized on it. And now they're farming at our jungle. Take a look at last hits. Sniper's up to 121. Where am I at? I'm at the bottom with 43. I do have more denies. So there's that. Take a look at the graph. Oh my goodness! Yeah. So that's what a throw looks like, folks. And the experience graph too. You see this little hill here? That's where we got a couple of kills. But yeah, at this point in the match, it is not looking good. Although kills death assist. Yeah, this is just your basic textbook example of a throw, where one team was way ahead, just sort of got super confident and started kind of fooling around a little bit, and getting overconfident and getting caught out for a bunch of with a bunch of ganks, and then the enemy team sort of capitalizing on it and not dying for a while, and just sort of turning everything around. Because they're not, well, Invoker is kind of a little bit behind. He does have his Ag Scepter. Yeah, their builds aren't better. They're just farther along. Let's say like they've got more money, so their builds are farther advanced than ours are, but they're not on track to be better. All right, so that's me getting sniper and then standing in one spot while he runs away. Oh my god, that's so frustrating to watch. So we got the Lena there, which is okay. Oh man. I have no excuse for my behavior. That's just bad. Landing, I finally land a hook. It's like the first hook that I'd landed in like 3 minutes, and I just stand there. I didn't even turn on rot for like a second after I hooked that guy. I don't know, I was expecting him to move or something, I guess. I thought I was gonna miss it. I don't know why, it was dead on. Oh man. That's just bad play. So he's level 19. No, not the creep. I'm level 16. Well, he does have levels on me, but really, that should have been a kill. There's no excuse. Yeah, this Abaddon, I mean, he's farming. I He's got a lot of kills, but he's got all these big, huge items. Like, usually you want something that's a little bit defensive. Oh, and me hooking it. I hook another creep. Fascinating. Awesome. Perfect. Oh, man. These guys did know how to play against a Pudge, I'll say that much. Like, this sniper was really good at his positioning. He was always, like, in the middle of a creep wave, or standing on the opposite side of a creep wave from me. He was pretty fast on getting his Shadow Blade turned on anytime I would hook him, so that he could run away while he was invisible. But yeah, that's the thing, is Pudge's hook, well, it's got a ton of range. It's got a ton of range, as you can see. That's its range at max level. It does a ton of damage. And it's really dangerous in that way. But the thing is, any creep that it passes through before it gets to like the end of its arc will get hooked. Same thing for any friendly hero. It doesn't do the damage to them, but it'll hook friendly heroes also. So if you mess up on your positioning with a Pudge, you're just gonna hook the wrong thing, and then you're gonna be out of luck. And you'll see me. You've probably already seen me do that a few times in this playback. See, there we go, right there. I just hooked the wrong guy. Although, I mean, he could have run with the Earthshaker there, as opposed to sort of turning to be directly between me and the Earthshaker. But I mean, we ended up getting him. Oh, and I get the sniper again, and of course I miss with my ultimate, so he just runs away and goes invisible. Oh man. Yeah, I need to practice with Pudge before the next time I play him in a real game, I think. Just to get that combo down of hook, dismember, rot. Hook, dismember, rot. I need to remember to not cast one without the other two, and to pan my camera back over so that I can see where I'm standing. That's the other thing that makes hook kind of difficult, is the range on it. The range on it is bigger than the screen. Like if I'm standing over here and I'm hooking over this way, I can hook farther than I can see, so I have to pan over and click on the spot and then pan back to click on whoever I'm trying to dismember. Because you don't just turn dismember on, you have to click on somebody. And then if you move, it's a channeled spell, so it turns off. And it's a really small AoE. So you gotta get them and click on them while they're still standing in that circle, which is it's a tricky combo. So I just need to practice it. It's one of those things. Looks like the Brood Mother kind of is getting shut out this game. She's still got brown boots and just a Vladimir's offering and a Yasha, so she's way behind. Yeah, she died 5 times. She's only got 2 kills and 4 assists. Let's see how's Shadow Demon doing? Shadow Demon is carrying. He's got carry abilities. Oh, this is the fight. This is a fight I don't think we should be taking here. Yeah, alright. Yeah, so that was a 3v5. Yeah. There's no way at this point in the game that we win a 3v5 engagement. Where was this? Okay, so he was solo pushing Mud. Mud? Is that even a word? Mid. He was split pushing mid while we were all sort of going through the jungle to sort of defend bottom. So they caught the sort of 3 of us by ourselves, and there's no way at this stage in the game. I mean, we're ahead on kills, but they have. We're ahead on kills, and we were ahead on towers up until this point. But they're on such a hot streak that it should be fairly obvious to the folks on my team that we're gonna. That it's way closer than this kill lead sort of shows. And once you're past 10 kills, if you're not more than double, well, not more than double, if you're not like half again as many kills as the enemy team, you're not actually that far ahead. Like 3 kills when it's 29-6, being ahead by 3 kills is nothing. It's not actually ahead, as we can see from the graphs. It's like way behind. So yeah, at this point after that fight, they've taken too many objectives and we kind of get wrecked. Yeah, there goes. Yeah, we get the sniper here, but in exchange, what did we lose? What did we lose from that? Well, they're showing that as a 4-for-2 trade, but really it's not. That's not how it actually worked out. It was more of a 4-for-nothing, and then 2 minutes late, and then a minute later, 2 people on the dire team died. Yeah, so at this point, they've taken Iraq's. This game actually goes on for a while longer. Only ahead by 1 kill now. We have pushed fairly far in top lane. How far out is that bottom? That bottom creep wave is dangerously close to our buildings, though, so it's kind of... Oh, it's a strange point in the game where I don't think everybody on my team... Oh wow, look at that lead now. Take a look at that graph. It just keeps having to redraw itself. Now that early lead that looked so huge when we were at 20 minutes, it looks like a little tiny bump. It looks like it barely even matters as far as the net worth goes. So it's kind of snowballed out of control a little bit. If we just take a look at these items, these are all really expensive items. We never even got him to use his Aegis of the Immortal, which is the item they got from killing this Roshan here. If you don't know what Roshan is, well, he's dead right now still, but he's the most powerful neutral creep on the map. All right, I managed to land a hook on Brewmaster here. We're doing some damage, but then he just sort of splits and runs away. That's part of the problem when you're up against a Brewmaster is his ultimate ability. I mean, it takes like a little bit to channel it, so you can kind of interrupt it. But it makes him sort of invulnerable right after he casts it for a second, so you can kind of use it to dodge your spells and stuff. Alright, he blinks in. Alright, I managed to get a hook dismember off on him. Alright, so I finally get my combo right. But he gets away? No, okay. So that was... So yeah, you can see at this point in the game, they're far enough ahead that they're giving up 1,400 gold for 1 kill. Which is a lot of gold, but if we take a look at the graph, it does nothing. It doesn't do anything. So yeah, at this point, the only way we're going to win this game is if we take a team fight and we kill all 5 of them and we barrel down the middle lane and take all their buildings while they're all dead. Abaddon getting caught out in the top lane by 2 enemy heroes. Or no, yeah, this is top lane. Oh, bad positioning. That's bad positioning on my part. Oh. Alright. So we get a couple kills. We pick up a couple kills. I mean, it's not completely lost here. But, hello. My name is Sniper, and I'm just killing your buildings. Oh, you wanna try and kill me? No, that's not happening. Yeah, so here's the thing. Here's the thing. Nobody up here has a TP scroll. I don't have room for it, in my defense. Like, I don't have space for a TP scroll right now. These other 2 guys do. But yeah, so this is happening. And we can't TP back to stop it. So yeah, you don't often see base races. Well, you see base races occasionally in Dota 2. This isn't really a base race because we never really got into their base. And we had to run all the way back. But, yeah. This is actually just pitifully funny. It's almost sad. Oh, how this game ends up ending because, alright, I make it back, we pull the creep wave away, but these two guys, they don't aggro onto heroes like normal creeps do, so here it comes. Boink. And boink. So it sort of ended with a whimper. Yep. Am I the only one who typed? Okay, so yeah. Yeah, so that's what a throw looks like. That one's kind of rough to watch. And I actually kind of got home a little bit late from work today, so I only managed to get 2 matches in. So it's going to be kind of a short stream tonight. So that's the last match. Once again, remember this is an Extra Life stream. If you want some more information about Extra Life, we're a gaming charity. We raise money for children's hospitals all across the U.S. and Canada. There are links on the profile pages for both of the channels that I'm streaming out to tonight. So if you just go to the profile page for Extra Life LA or Sven Krusel, you will find links to the main Extra Life page if you want to sign up to be a part of the marathon, or if you want to make a donation. There's links for that also. Yeah, and that's going to be it for tonight. So thanks everybody for watching. I'll be back tomorrow night. Brent, our regular Tuesday streamer, is indisposed tomorrow, so I will be taking over his shift. Probably going to play some Destiny. I don't have the new expansion. I'm still trying to decide whether or not I'm going to get that new Destiny expansion. It's probably what I'm going to do tomorrow is play a little bit, see how it's changed some more, because I played a little bit last week, but I'm still not sure how I feel about all the changes. I kind of like them. It's kind of a better game now, but I'm not 100% sure if I actually like it enough to spend more money on Destiny. But yeah, so that's happening tomorrow night at 6:30. If you guys want to tune in for that. Thanks for watching. Support Extra Life. Have a good night, guys.